Good evening everybody, Car and Biker here. Just going for a little local ride and yet more testing. I've actually been off the bike for about 3 weeks. May was an incredibly hot month, and June was when I was planning my holiday, so I was a bit irritated that May had all the good weather. I did get out a few times and I've put a few videos up, and you know, there were roasting hot ones in a lot of the times I went out. June, when I had my 2 weeks holiday booked, didn't seem as good. A lot of rain, kind of miserable, but I didn't go out doing a lot of riding anyway because I injured my back over the weekend before my holiday started, so I ended up cancelling my holiday and going back to work. And now we're into the end of June. This is June the 25th today, and we've just started a week that apparently is going to be a week of heatwave. And then just to polish it off nicely, I've booked the next 2 weeks off, so I'm off next week and the week after, and apparently that's when the heatwave ends. So anyway, I'm making the most of it while I can. And I'm coming out doing a bit of testing, so if you hear this video, see this video, then the testing was moderately successful perhaps. But I'm going to go and get some petrol, and I shall explain once I've filled this up and got rid of the flashing light or flashing LCD square of doom. The let's make you as nervous as possible about running out of fuel square of doom. So I'll be back in just a moment. That light was flashing for a good 20 miles, and I've managed to put 13.37 litres in it. It's a 17 litre tank. It definitely goes off a bit early. Right, off we go, back on the road. On the road again. So, what am I testing this time? Microphones. I have done a lot of microphone testing recently. The microphone I normally use is a drift mic that I bought when I got my Drift Ghost S, and I think I paid about 10 quid for it. They're now twice that. Amazing how things have changed, isn't it? Sorry, I went full on northern then. And it's okay, you know, on this bike it tends to be fine, which I'll explain why I'm testing on this bike first in a minute. On this bike it tends to be fine. On the other bike I'm not entirely happy with it, though. I've just put up the video the other day where I'd got the screen extender for the Honda, and I think that did make an improvement, so I'm kind of happy with the mic, but I'd like something better. So what I did the other week was I bought myself, actually quite a while, probably a month ago now, because I've not been on the bike for a few weeks, I bought myself a new microphone, and I got one of those Sony ones, Sony stereo mic. Not that stereo makes much difference when you're inside a helmet and the microphone's right up against your mouth, but you know. So I got myself one of them, and I popped it in the helmet and I went out for a ride to test it. And I went out for a ride on the Honda first, and when I got back I played the sound and I thought, that's actually really good. It's not perfect, there's a lot of hissing and crackling, hissing from my S's and crackling because it was a little bit too high on the gain. So I thought I'll try moving it around a bit, so I moved it into various places on my helmet, tested, went out for a few hours just testing different positions in the helmet and trying it with the visor open and closed, different speeds, all that kind of thing. And I got to the point where I thought, you know, the S's are still a bit over the top, but everything else is kind of okay. I'd kind of got to a point where I'd managed to eliminate the wind noise causing a problem. You're always going to get wind noise when you're on a bike, and you know, on these ones where people have managed to do something to get rid of wind noise with AI or some other rubbish, it always sounds a little bit fake. It sounds voiced over, so I don't want to do that. All of my videos are done while I'm riding. I don't do the voiceover stuff, so I don't like that kind of approach to things. Yeah, so I was quite happy with it. If I stuck my head outside of the side of the screen on the Honda, suddenly there was roaring, rushing air and it was terrible. But I thought, well, you know, don't do that while I'm talking when I'm doing a video, so, you know, be alright. And then I jumped on this bike a few days later, and I went for a ride thinking, well, it's going to be even better on this bike. And, you know, compared to the drift, the difference was just amazing. So I got on this bike and I went for a ride. I had about 150 miles of just riding around, having fun, and I recorded 3 videos while I was out. And they were all rubbish. The sound was absolutely atrocious. Basically, the mic had too much gain, so it was just constant crackles and pops and you know, the sound blowing out as soon as you were above about 40 miles an hour, which is no good. So what I've done is I've bought a purple Panda microphone. Yeah, thought I'd come out and give it a try while the roads are nice and quiet. So you can tell me what you think. Because the roads are quiet, I can go too slow on this bit. So this is 40 miles an hour with my visor completely closed, and sometimes I open it a notch when it's hot like this, so that's with the visor open 1 notch. Let's try faster. It's definitely good, this bike, at trying faster, isn't it? You can get between the speeds quickly. So this is 60 miles an hour with my visor closed, and 60 miles an hour with the visor open a notch. Hopefully you're hearing good sound. Anyway, I shall cut off there, and I shall join you back again when I'm on this bike. It's so good to be back on a bike after a few weeks off. I've definitely missed it. Bit gutting really. I'd organised with Chris Lone Wally UK to have a go at the iron butt while I was on holiday, you know, I was struggling with walking on the day that we were supposed to be doing it. Certainly I don't think I could have coped with 1,000 miles on a bike. We'd actually planned quite a nice route as well. I'm not sure it was a route that was necessarily a successful one, because it didn't involve a lot of motorway, but I suppose in the end it doesn't really matter whether you achieve the iron butt or not, as long as you're having a fun day out. Anyway, back to the testing. So I'll do a few tests so you can tell me what you think of the sound on this bike with this purple Panda setup. This is about 30 miles an hour with my visor fully closed. I wonder what that means. Are they coming to dig up the road again? A lot of that going on at the minute. So try again. That's about 30 miles an hour with my visor fully closed. And we'll try the 1 notch open, because it's so hot and sweaty in this helmet that I'm actually fogging up despite having a pin lock, which isn't very good. So that's 30 miles an hour with a visor up 1 notch. Hopefully the dead cat is doing its thing. And let's go a little bit quicker. Takes a bit longer to get up to speed on this, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't do bad, does it, for 46 horsepower? Maybe 47, I can't remember. Not many horsepowers. That's 60 miles an hour with my visor open a notch, and then 60 miles an hour with the visor closed. And now I'll have to go off and find a piece of motorway to do 70 miles an hour on. So thanks for watching if you got that far. Please let me know what you think of the audio in them there comments. Thanks for watching everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon, hopefully in crisp, clear sound.